Good day, Miss Danielle. So I was going to pick out your sound, your frequency that aligns with what the reading is going to be about or what you need to most focus on. And I found myself very surprised by what I came across for you. I was going to the regular channel I go to, which is the Sound Healers, right? Suddenly, that that didn't resonate. I looked down. Oh, but it is from the Sound Healers. That's crazy. I looked down and it's like the system had picked the one that you needed. I'm like, that's it. That's the one. So heal your home from financial scarcity, decline, purge low vibrations, irritations, and bad luck. That is the I'm pulling this. Hold on. Let's call my attention for myself. But you might need it too. But let me start with my little makeshift deck to see what we're going to be focusing on. Yep. I love this. So this is the deck me and my daughter made together in anticipation of it eventually manifesting our own real deck in the timeline. But you got release your bad habits to fast forward. The vibration is about purging out. I'm sorry, the vibration. The video I picked is about purging out all the bad stuff. If you go back to every post I made yesterday, I taught about raising your vibration so that you come into alignment with your actual like inheritance from source. You can't get it when you're down here. You can't, it's like you can't get anything from grandpa's will if you didn't adhere to the terms for what grandpa wanted for your life. So let's start with what you're releasing. And then we're going to get into all the other stuff to help you move into the vibration that things are in a flow state for you and your family. So what is Danielle meant to be releasing at this time? Guilt. Yeah, okay. So what I'm sensing off of this is you put your feelings a lot aside a lot, for the sake of duty, just to show you this. So that's atonement, right? This is black flower fragrance, but it's like keeping all your feelings inside. And then to back that up is peaceful amongst thorns. So even when stuff is going bad and you like don't like the result of something, you're still forgetting oneself. You're putting yourself aside. There's been a theme today, I'm noticing in people's readings, of them being a side character in their own lives. You're being called into your main character energy because even the card under that, hiding your true self, trading today for tomorrow, colorless angel, right? So immediately I am getting that this is stemming from a childhood pattern. So let's go on into this healing. Let's get this done. You put yourself aside for the greater picture, but people take advantage of the fact that you are willing to do that. Not on purpose, not because they don't love you. It's just you're so kind and accommodating. And you look out for everyone. You take all the L's, but it's like they have built up in your chest, and now your vibration is like not in the best place, and it's not magnetizing to you the things that you would like to attract. Got to make this focus again. That's so cool. So what is the root, or what is the root issue that needs to be healed in order for her vibration to begin to rise? The bad habit you're releasing is putting yourself aside, not voicing your opinions, not voicing your frustrations, even to yourself. So, hole in the soul is what you're fixing. The definition, let me just go ahead and read the definition. They put a lot of work into this book, in this deck. This is the Heal Yourself oracles. So, hole in your soul, number 36, because that might be significance to you. Your childhood wounds are creating a hole in your soul. Can't make this up, but isn't it handy that you can get an answer? Like, yeah, let's just heal this deep-rooted childhood pattern, and then boom, money. So, one way your childhood wounds disrupt an extraordinary life is through low-grade depression experienced as a perpetual empty feeling. Okay, this colorless angel, empty. You have given out all your angelics, right? If as a child you tried to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family dramas, then you adopted a false self. Forgetting self, hiding true self. When something is the truth, it will pop up in at least 3 ways to confirm for you. So When you lose your authentic self, you disconnect from your true feelings, needs, and desires. Instead, you wear a mask to make others feel more comfortable. Being detached leads to profound loneliness and isolation as you are always mourning your true self. This card encourages you to discover your true self through learning about your childhood and mourning the abandonment or neglect you felt. And in this case, it feels like even towards yourself, even towards the times that you put yourself on the side just because like, oh, you wanted to make everything smoother. So the other card you got was pride. But in this case, I'm feeling like a restoration of pride because you notice how there's a mask on the front? Like your true beauty is underneath the mask that you cultivated to survive the experience that you were in. And I'm getting the cue that you just needed to know that there was a mask here. So you're going to be learning new skills. That's the way that you're meant to heal this. How teachable are you? Can you take the cues and guides from the universe as they're giving you suggestions? The same way I just pulled those pills up when I saw it, like I couldn't get away from the screen because I noticed that them pills were going to be important for something that I'm working on through my healing journey. Because it's not only spiritual, it's physical. A lot of the things that you are experiencing in your body, in your life, have to do with the soul stuff, but you need to balance that out by reconfiguring what your habits are. Neuroscience, like your brain started working a certain way in order for you to function in your environment, but it just kept working that way when you weren't in that environment anymore. So you have to take the time to learn new patterns, learn new habits to replace the ones that aren't saving your ass anymore. They're no longer needed for where you are. They were needed at first. And it's like you lost the diamond, even though you treasured it at first, you will never appreciate it as much as you do after you get it back when you thought you lost it. And I hope that makes sense. And the diamond I'm referring to is you. So what traits are you going to be cultivating going forward? Since you're releasing, putting yourself in the back burner, like what are you going to discover about yourself going forward? What new traits are going to be developing? You're entering a cocoon to blossom here. Like you might have already been in the cocoon this time, but it was like you just didn't want to come out. Now it's like you're going to start cooking in the cocoon. So the angel's still there. You don't have to worry about letting go of that. You're still going to be an angel rescuer. And the martyr is still there. So you're not going to lose yourself. But let me tell you the positives of that. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. You're going to find a cause that you want to fight for that doesn't drain you, like it refills you to give energy in this area. Rescuer, provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. That makes me feel like your career will align with your angelic gifts more as opposed to you doing it in your everyday life with your friends and your other relationships where it's just like now these relationships are based upon how much help you give people as opposed to mutual goals and reciprocity. Helping those in need with no expectation of return. This is, I feel like your career. Like you're getting paid for something, but you're doing it out of love, right? Now, the parts of yourself that you are developing that you are unfamiliar with, the judge, the storyteller, and the hedonist, right? So the judge says, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. What this feels like for me is your boundaries up. You realizing when somebody deserves the angel, and then when sometimes you got to shut it down because they're just bleeding you because they're a vampire. You're going to gain better discernment and not be afraid to wield that ability to judge and say, all right, my energy is not meant to go there at this time. So storyteller means you're going to pass on the wisdom of what you discover about yourself through reading your self-help books or looking into inner child healing and all this stuff. Like you're going to be so happy to be in this wave of growth. Like you're going to be so enthralled with feeling better that you're going to want to tell everybody about it. So ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. You're going to be like sharing everything with glee, like, wow, this is my life. And that's when the hedonist kicks in. Doing what you want because you want to and enjoying it without guilt. I'm feeling like you might have been doing stuff before, but it was still a tinge of guilt. But this says, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in self. Isn't that lovely? I feel like you needed to know that. Like, it's okay to enjoy stuff for yourself. Nobody else has to benefit from it. Like if you want to go outside and get a tan, and everybody's like, where's mom? Or where's whoever? Like, why is she out there doing that? Don't care that they don't understand. That's not about them. You want it to look golden. Okay. Just that sort of energy. Sometimes you're going to do stuff just for you and everybody else doesn't have to be included in the plan because it feels like you've been including everybody in the plan for everything, just thinking about the bigger picture. And sometimes you need to zoom in to just your picture. So I'm going to pull for what? Oh, no. Self-care. What you need for self-care during this time. I was like, what energy does she need to embrace? But it's like, what energy do you need to embrace for healing at this time? Home energy cleanse. So it feels like you need to also clear a lot of stuff out of your house. And I was just looking at what my eye got drawn to there. Clean out what no longer serves within yourself, within your closet, within your house. If you're holding on to anything that has old or stagnant energy or reminds you of a bad time, the release your bad habit that I pulled has to do with anything that you're holding on to that is no longer serving. It's taking up space from you to receive the new things that you need. So look to the stars. That's getting into astrology. I would definitely recommend the activation that I just released or that's currently on sale because it breaks down your charts and the highs and lows, like the good habits and the bad habits of each of your top 21 placements. Look at the stars, learn astrology. It's like, it's going to help you understand the parts of yourself that you forgot. It's going to bring up stuff like triggers, like based upon your fifth house, this happened in your childhood. You're going to be like, holy shit, that did happen. But I was so busy going through it, I didn't process it. And then you'll be able to start processing it and understanding, which rewires the pathways in your brain, that neuroscience thing I was talking about. It'll create new habits for you. And here's another card that has the stars once again, right? Like astrology and being able to logically see proof of what you've been feeling the whole time is going to help you out. But this one says connect with your ancestors. I think that's also going to be done for you through astrology, through looking at your fourth house. This could even mean visiting people and asking stuff like, hey, do you remember me when I was little? But you can do this in meditation too. Like there are frequencies to connect to your ancestors. The next one you got is chanting. Chanting and then connecting with the earth. So this is without a doubt a spiritual journey, but it's like discovering you because to connect with the earth, what is she doing? Didn't I just say something about it? You want to go outside and get a tan, but it could be sunbathing. Maybe you just want to soak up the sun. Maybe you want to see what the wind is saying to you. Maybe you want to smell the trees, but it's about being okay with just connecting to the earth and grounding yourself in that. And the same with the chanting. The chanting allows you to focus your human on one thing as you could continue to repeat what you're saying, right? But your mind then starts to release things that have been blocked in the subconscious. It's an energetic thing. And next, to go along with the hedonist, you need to enjoy some physical pleasure. Get into your body. This is definitely about grounding and cleansing out your spirit. Like you're doing a whole makeover because this nourish your temple. It's like watch what you eat. Like what are you putting in your body? Are you eating to live for a long time, or have you been eating without any thought behind what you're eating because part of you is just drifting along in your life on survival mode in a way, living for others, and that's not what you're being called to do at all going forward. So I am going to pull to close with an empowering message to send you on your way today because you are about to do a big shift. Because remember, release your bad habits to fast forward. Whatever you have been trying to manifest that you have not been able to do, once you begin the process of clearing this all out, you'll see the benefits come in the beginning of next year. So what is the empowering message that Danielle needs to hear for this reading? Okay. So listening, first and foremost, right? I feel like this is about your ancestors and your guides and those that have been sending you signs that you haven't necessarily been seeing. That sounds so haunted in the background, right? But I mean, maybe there is some haunted stuff going on, some ghost of Christmas past or something. Listen generously. Look around and see the messages that life is giving you. Heed the voice of your higher self. Listen to the wisdom and life experiences of others. Mystery. This feels like just jump out there. Just go with it. Like you don't have to have everything planned. And that's okay because you need some things unplanned. You need some excitement in your life. Embrace the unknown is the first line. Give your mind a rest from trying to rationalize everything. That's why astrology is going to help you. Marvel at life's big mysteries and have faith that in time all will be revealed. Now, this one is interesting because it came with communication, right? So, communicate and express love. Express love was first. Share love generously. How do you show your appreciation? Discover new ways of expressing your love and new people to share your admiration with. So new ways that don't drain your energy. Like find new places or new ways or things to do to show that you care that don't make you sacrifice yourself. Communicate. That goes along with those boundaries and sharing how you actually feel. Like few people really know who you are. And sometimes it can feel like you don't even know who you are because of this. Create space for dialogue. You are being called to either facilitate healing or to heal communication with others. Reach out and clear the air to listen and speak the truth. That made me feel like it went with me saying, hey, maybe you need to hang out with somebody and be like, hey, what was I like when I was young? And just pull up some roots, some stuff that is stuck in there that you're not even realizing is affecting your current life. Because the last one is moving on. Better times are ahead. It may be time to detach from a situation that is no longer serving you, as one phase of your life is ending. Another better phase is beginning. So this was an awesome message to deliver. I thank you for your patience.